Hi, my name is Tanya and today I will tell you how to stop being afraid of driving a car. And this is the bunny of the day. If you would like to become a bunny, just leave something in the comment section and I will randomly choose someone to become the next bunny. Well, first of all, I would like to tell you that I received my own driver's license only one day ago, and I always thought that I will never ever drive a car because I was simply very afraid of doing this. I don't like speed, I just don't like the possibility of being dead on the road. This possibility is rather high, and I always remember that car is the deadliest mean of transport, and I didn't like even riding in the car, not driving right in it. I was really scared of being in the car, of being on the road, just because I don't want to die. The statistics is really awful, and yeah, I thought I will never drive a car, but I had to. I even had some strange auditory hallucinations in my childhood that were related with the speed. I was driving a little car, I don't know, karting, and when I was doing this, I went on a very high speed. I was just 9 or 10 years old, and I could clearly hear that someone is shouting that I shouldn't do that, that I should stop, that, I don't know, my dad called me back home. He didn't want me to drive a car, even just a karting, this small car. And I was really afraid of doing this after this moment. And also in my childhood, a friend of mine died in the car accident, and my parents told me a lot about this situation. Yeah, and I think that all of this made me feel scared behind the wheel, and I think that everybody has his own unique story, but this is mine. I had to learn how to drive a car just because I've moved in America, and in America you can't live without a car. That's really impossible just because of the local lifestyle. And I also wanted to have some American documents because I don't really have some now. I'm just waiting for my paperwork to be done. And driver's license is the easiest document to be received if you are a non-American citizen yet. Apparently, I have never driven a car before, so I had to learn how to do this, and I learned the theory for 2 days, and I passed it from the first time in 7 minutes. And I learned how to drive a car for 5 or 6 days. 4 different men told me how to do this, and I drove 5 cars during this experience. And this is actually a whole another story. If you would like to hear it, just tell me about this in the comments, and I'll definitely record a video about me trying to learn how to drive a car. So, and I wasn't scared at all while I was learning how to drive, even though I went on 75 miles per hour on my third practice, and I wasn't scared at all. But after I received my driver's license, for some reason I've become really stressed behind the wheel, very anxious, very nervous, and I even cried and shouted and sweared while driving because the amount of the stress that I feel behind the wheel is so high. I could never imagine that it is even possible to make me cry just in a second because of this stress. I was also very nervous when I did something wrong. I thought that everybody on the road hates me. They think that I'm stupid, that, oh, look at this woman behind the wheel, typical woman. I don't know if it is a common stereotype in America, but in Russia, in the country where I came from, people think that if a woman is behind the wheel, well, there's going to be an accident just because she is a woman, so please don't let your woman to drive a car. I hate this. I don't want to support this stereotype. I don't want to be a woman from this stereotype. I want to show everyone that women drive as well as men, and I was really stressed that I just showing all these people on the road that women are driving really bad and this stereotype is true. I don't want it to be true. I don't want to show them that this stereotype is true. This is just something in my head, but yeah, when one guy did this gesture when I did something wrong, I cried so much. Just a second after when it happened, behind his face he saw that I started to cry because of it, and I still feel very embarrassed about this situation. And by the way, tell me, do Americans think that women drive very poor, or this is just a Russian's feature? I don't really know about this. It will be very interesting for me because I would like to learn more about your culture. And I think that I have managed to figure out how to stop being scared while driving a car just for 1 or 2 weeks of these practices, and I hope that those advice will help you as well as they helped me, because this is very dangerous for you, for your passengers, for everybody on the road when you are scared and nervous and shouting or crying while driving. And I just hope that this advice will really help you. The first tip is to make a relaxation playlist. It is really very important. I thought I will never turn on music because I thought that it will distract me, but no, everything will be fine. And if you will turn on some quiet, relaxed music, you will feel relaxed as well. And I think that you should definitely try to turn on some relaxation music while driving. Try very simple routes first and then slightly increase the difficulty of them. I think it is very important not to go on the freeway just right after you received your driver's license and when you are really nervous about driving, because if you will do something wrong on a small speed, everything could be rather fine, and if you will commit a mistake on the freeway on 75, 80, 90, 100 miles per hour, the consequences will be much more serious. And I think that you should start from driving just straight forward. Then when you will stop be afraid of driving just straight forward, you should try to turn left or right, and only when you will be confident on the simple routes, only after that go on the freeway. Also, you should have some supportive friends near you while you're driving. I felt really insecure about the way I drive, and I had some friends in the car who constantly told me that you are doing great, that I love your driving style, that you are right and he is wrong, and so on. And this really helped me. I just felt this support and I started to believe them and trust in myself, and it really helped me to be more self-confident. Drive even though you don't want to, and this is really very important. After my first trip, I decided that I will never ever drive anymore. If I would do that, I won't be able to learn how to drive and how not to be afraid of driving. And people around me constantly told me that you are obliged to drive a car, you have to do this, I won't drive a car for you, do it by yourself. They made me to drive, and I'm very thankful for this, because only because of that I managed to beat my fear. And I think that it is really important, even if you feel devastated or something like that, that you should drive a car, even though you don't want to do this. This is the only way to learn how to get rid of this feeling. You just need more practice, and this will definitely help you. Buy a cheap car and do a full coverage. One of my fear was that I will damage my car or someone's car, and if you have the same feeling, just buy a cheap car and do a full coverage, because even though you will damage your own car, it is cheap anyway and probably not in a very good condition, so you would buy another car in the future anyway, and you won't be so upset if you will do something with your car just because it is already bad. And if you will have a full coverage, you will also receive some money for this damage. Don't turn if you're afraid to do that, just go straight and then turn when you'll feel comfortable. Due to the lack of experience and the high amount of stress, sometimes it may be very hard to make a turn, and that's completely fine. Just go straight, and your Google Maps or Apple Maps or any other maps will reroute your route, and there are always many ways and roads how to go to your destination, so it's okay. Just go straight and don't care about that. It is more important to feel comfortable rather than to turn left or right at the exact time that you needed to do that. Have someone experienced near you. This is important because he or she will give you some advice how to drive properly. He or she will notice every mistake that you do, and he or she will be able to take your wheel in some stressful situation and will try to help you if something is going to be bad. And you will just feel more confident when someone experienced is sitting near you, because you will know that he or she will help you in the hard moment. Please yourself after driving. You need to connect driving with some positive emotions, so just buy yourself something beautiful or tasty after you drove a car, or hug with someone as I did, or do whatever you want, whatever will please you. This is also very important. Share your tips about how you think it is possible to get rid of these stressful feelings behind the wheel. I believe that this will be very helpful not only for the viewers but also for me, because I'm still struggling with this a bit and I'm still trying to get rid of this awful feeling, and I do want to stop being afraid of driving a car. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that these tips will help you and you will stop being afraid of driving a car. Tell me if you want to see a video about how I learned how to drive a car, and send this video to all of your friends, family members and colleagues and anyone you know, because this will really help me to promote my channel. And you could also leave a comment with a length more than 5 words to serve the same purpose, to help me to promote my channel. And thank you so much once again. Bye bye.